Final Four still a couple of days away, but there's still enough action on the hard court to keep us going. Hi, and welcome to the Daily Sports Update presented by Toyota here on CBSSports.com. I'm Amber Wilson. With the action in San Antonio not until Saturday, last night the focus turned to the ladies, who had 2 tickets left to the Final Four. And like the men, who will see traditional powerhouses like UCLA, Kansas, and North Carolina participating in their Final Four, the usual suspects, Connecticut and Tennessee, were in line to make yet another trip to the biggest stage in women's college basketball. Things did not look good for the Vols in the first half when their All-American forward Candace Parker was forced out of the game with a dislocated shoulder. Tennessee's lead would diminish and then turn into a deficit in the second half as Parker would return but suffer the effects as a sleeve tried to hold her arm in its socket. Parker would leave for a second time but once again return and spark a critical 8-0 run that led the Lady Vols past Texas A&M 53-45. Parker only scored 8 of her 26 points in the second half, but the Vols defense was good enough to get them back to the Final Four. Coach Pat Summitt, who also dislocated her shoulder shooing a raccoon off her porch recently, is leading Tennessee to its 6th Final Four in 7 years. And the Connecticut Huskies will be joining the Vols in Tampa as they dispatched Big East rival Rutgers 66-56. UConn is making its 9th Final Four appearance, but first since 2004.
The focus has been for the entire season on how our team was doing. And I think that's something that our kids adopted from day one. As young people, you always have to remind them every now and then, but they've had great focus. Tyler Hansbrough's got tremendous attention, and deservedly so, and not one player has ever been jealous of anything like that.
That was Roy Williams as he's trying to keep his troops focused for the task at hand, which is to win a 2nd national championship in 4 years. Carolina is just part of a parade of number 1 seeds on its way to San Antonio. Another number 1 seed getting prepared for Saturday night is Williams' former Kansas Jayhawks team, but their focus might be a little flimsy going into their national semifinal matchup with the Tar Heels. Tuesday, there was a big shakeup in the college basketball coaching landscape. One of the schools looking for a new head coach is Jayhawks head coach Bill Self's alma mater, Oklahoma State. Sean Sutton resigned as the Cowboys head man, and reports from Stillwater are that the booster is willing to pay Self $3 to $4 million to return to Oklahoma State. Indiana, on the other hand, is done searching for a head man as they have agreed with former Marquette head coach Tom Crean to take the same job in Bloomington. Indiana is looking for a long-term replacement for Kelvin Sampson, who resigned in February amid 5 major allegations from the NCAA. Crean was at Marquette for 9 seasons and compiled 190 wins, including a run at the 2003 Final Four. Things not looking so good for former Hoosier Isaiah Thomas in New York. Today, the Knicks will name Donnie Walsh as president of basketball operations to replace Zeke in that respect, leaving his future as the team's head coach unclear. The Knicks are 20-54 on the year and are staring the franchise's first ever 60-loss season dead in the eye. And that'll do it for your daily sports update presented to you by Toyota. Keep your mouths right here at CBSSports.com for everything you need to know in the world of sports. And if you missed anything here today, stop, refresh, and rewatch. I'm Amber Wilson. Have a fantastic one.